I have been traveling and having fun on Route 66 since 2013. I started out with a Kodak EasyShare and am now shooting with a DSLR Nikon D7500, a semi-pro camera. Read somewhere that it is not the camera that makes a good photo, it is the person behind the camera. Any camera can result in a good photo. There is a lot of technical to learn if you are shooting manual that I will not get into today. This will be more about point of view, composition, and getting that unique shot. In this presentation, I will be showing you my view of the world Route 66 through my eyes. Each of us are unique, and you can stand side by side with someone and take the same picture, and it will probably come out differently. The key is to have fun and develop your own way of looking or viewing at the ever-changing world around us. So you look at a picture on Instagram, social media, your friend's iPhone, and you say, hey, that is a great photo. Or you may think, that's nice. It's a nice vacation picture. So what makes you say, hey, that is a great photo, and allow you to have photos you enjoy for years and that your family and friends enjoy, and perhaps even are motivated to take a trip down Route 66 due to your photography? It has to do with our brains. Our human brains are wired for order and structure. I am absolutely no expert on the psychology of the human brain, so bear with me. Here's what I've read. In photography, we search for, among other things, repetition, diagonal lines, circles, nautilus, the rule of thirds. Fortunately, there's a lot of repetition on Route 66. Some examples of repetition are the 66 Diner in Albuquerque. It has the stools, the lights. There's a line of Pez displayers above the lights. It also incorporates diagonal. The teepees, 4 in a row, and duplication of the street lamps. Here's one typewriter, a not so interesting picture. Repetition can be just 2, and then add rules of third, and you get a much more interesting shot. Cadillacs. Everyone loves a Cadillac pics. Could it be in part to the repetition? And our brains like that. The Bottle Ranch Farm in Hellendale has repetition aplenty. Embrace it. The bridge, taken from this angle. It appears we are just going across. The street lamps and bow art arches give us the repetition here. Fences are always good to incorporate in pictures, as they normally have a repetitive element to them. Repetition can be 2 different objects, or even an unusual pic, like these buses in downtown LA. Diagonals. I like diagonals. You will see them a lot in my photos. I move my body and move my camera to get the shot I want. When taking pictures of the road, and do include your car, line it up as a diagonal. It's a fun photo. Rules of third. Here's just a few examples of rules of third. I use the building corners to incorporate the rules of third for the most part. Most people take the pictures straight on. I kind of do them at an angle, incorporate those, the structure in the picture, and basically it's a grid of 9 equal blocks. Most DSLR cameras in your menu, you can have that grid come up if you like. And Nautilus, probably one of the hardest compositions to master. Although if you do, it makes for the most interesting pictures. I am still working on this one. Most people can see circles, clocks, wheels, etc., but the nautilus of a scene is a little harder to visualize. Basically, it is the shell shape. Our brains really like shells. To incorporate this, you are drawing a shell shape in the air and applying it to how you stand or raise your hands or move the camera, making your eye go from the bottom to the top and ending up low in the picture or high or left or right. This is about movement. To give you an illustration of how this works on a picture, I have superimposed the spiral or the nautilus on the last 5 pictures that you just saw. Now that you know why a picture is well received, when should you take your pictures? Most experts will say to take your photos at sunrise or sunset. When you are traveling, that is not always possible. If you are a morning person, embrace that. I did take a wonderful picture of the blue whale with perfect reflection at 7 in the morning, but during the day, I used the sun. This liquor store sign with a cool reflection. Sagebrush Inn in Hellendale, a mirrored reflection, and this teepee picture with a cool palm print. Even the flares of the sun, as in this end of the trail picture, can add personality. The dusk is a great time with the soft colors, as shown in this TP Curios picture, and the reflection of Boots Motel in this vintage car, just as the passing car's headlights were coming on. And sunset cannot be beat to add drama to your photos. I call this next section helping to bring inanimate objects to life on Route 66. As you travel Route 66, you'll be taking pictures of mannequins and cars and muffler men and buildings. So how do you make those exciting? How do you make it different? So I'm going to show you just a few examples of some of the things I've done, and I think I've captured the essence of the inanimate object. I'll let you be the judge. So the first one here is a mannequin at Hackberry. And so I moved her little dress just a little so she'd be just a little more provocative. And she's got those ruby red lips and that 80s hair. And then took her in triplicate, which is part of that repetition. The next one is Tow Mater. Tow Mater, there's probably 1,000 million pictures of Tow Mater out there. So what I did was I took a real close-up of his eyes so that his eyes were looking at you. The sun was kind of in his eyes, which kind of added to the picture. The next one I call Filler Up Sam. So leaving a little bit to the imagination. You just really can't see what's going on outside the frame. So is there a gas station attendant that's coming over and pumping the visible pump to get this jalopy going? The next one is the muffler man, and he's got his axe, and the branches were in his face. So I did this close-up, which made it appear to me that he's going to chop that branch off with determination. And the last one is the Madonna of the Trail. This is probably one of the most boring pictures that you can possibly take if you take her full frame and the complete thing. So what I did was I cropped her a little bit. You can still see the little boy grabbing her skirt, and the flag is behind her. So you kind of get that spiral effect. The last section is my interpretation of neon signs on Route 66. As I leave you today, in summary, look up, look around, move your feet, walk around to get different views and angles, move back, move forward, move to the left, move to the right, turn your camera in your hands for a different perspective. Take a close up of the detail of a building or a place or sign. Let your brain guide you. It knows what looks good. Just line up your camera accordingly, and you will be pleased with the results. The most important part is to have fun. Get your kicks on Route 66. Thank you for joining me today.